Hello Guy. Thank you for joining our e-commerce forum and for downloading your first dropshipping module. Now, we are happy to tell you that we have everything you need to know about dropshipping and all essential tools you require to launch into this business. Now, with the dropshipping pack.zip file that you have downloaded, you need to upload it into the root directory of your domain name on your hosting account. What you are going to now, you log to the control panel of your hosting server. Once you are within the control panel, you look for the option to create a database to drive your e-commerce. You go to MySQL databases. To create your database, here you have your prefix. You cannot change the prefix as it is set by your host provider. However, it is very important that you write it down on a notepad, as you will require it to set up the configuration file later. For me, the example is M Y C H E A P N, so I copy it and I paste it on a notepad. For the database name, you can call it whatever name you want. For me, I name it MyCheap. I click Create Database. When the database is created, I highlight it and copy it to my notepad. Now I am going to create a user who has all the privileges to operate the database. I call the user with the same name of the database. I can create any name, but to make things the most simple, I create the same name as the database. As for the user password, you must create a most complex password which is not easy to hack. It is mostly not recommended to create a dictionary word as any hacker can guess what the name is. It is mostly advisable to use word inclusive of at least one or more uppercase characters, one or more lowercase characters, one or more numbers and one or more special characters. Or, you can also use the password generator if it is available on your host server. You copy the generated password and you paste it into the fields. And into the field of the repeat password. In my case, the password is automatically filled within the fields.
Now when the database and the username are created, you must add user to database. So MyCheap to MyCheap. Here you take all privileges and you make change. Now, when the database with its related username are created, you upload the zip file into the root directory of your domain name. For me, my domainname.com is within the public HTML folder. I go to the file manager in the control panel. I browse to the public HTML. So the folder, as you see, is empty. When I connect to my domain name, you see nothing here. It is here that I am going to upload the zip file. I look for the zip file which I have saved on my computer. The uploading process will last for a while. How fast it will go, it will depend on the connectivity with your host. When the file is fully loaded, you return to your public HTML folder. Your file is here. What you are going to now is to extract the contents of the zip file into the HTML directory. When the whole contents are extracted, you are now ready to install your e-commerce store. With your browser, you go to udomainname.com. Here, where you previously saw nothing, you have now an installation process fully prepared for your setup. For the installation step 1, you click Next. At the pre-installation process, the system check all your configuration files if they are writable. Once this check is satisfactory, you click Next. Here at the configuration process, you leave the first and the second field as how they are. Within the username field, you fill it with the username which you have saved in your notepad. You copy and paste. The fifth field, the database, is the same as your username. Within the fourth field, the password, you also fill it with what you have saved in your notepad. For the port, you leave it as how it is. You leave it as 3306. For the prefix, you also leave it as how it is.
Now the username and password for the administration. The administrator username, you can put whatever name you want. For me, I will put the word king as the administrator. For the password, you can put whatever name easy for you to remember. For me personally, I will put the database password so that I will not have too many passwords to remember or to save. For the email, I recommend you to put your PayPal email address so that you will have no trouble to set up your PayPal later. Now, congratulations, you have completed your installation. You can either go to your online shop or you log to your admin control panel with your username and password. Here you need now to choose how to move the storage directory. You can choose whichever directory you want, but for me I choose the public HTML directory. It is very important for you to know that this e-commerce module, you can connect it with your mobile phone. If you do not have a mobile phone available to check, you use the Chrome mobile phone extension. You simply activate your mobile view switcher. And here it is. What you can see on your mobile phone is how it is. Now, let us go back to the control panel to activate the AliExpress dropshipping. Now here you can see within your menu bar that mobile theme is available, but the dropshipping module is still not available. What you're going to do now is to go to Tools and Plugins, then Modification. Here you tick My Cheap Dropship Management and you click Refresh icon at the top right corner. Here it is, the Warehouse Dropship Management is here. Here, since you have logged into your control panel with your admin username, you have only 5 options available. Your accounts, your products, your order, your income, and view your transaction log. But, still you cannot import product from AliExpress to your online store. You know why? Just imagine that you have created a company of your own. Yet, you still not legally able to act as an executive director by yourself unless you appoint another person to act as your executive director.
So, what you do now, you go to System, Users and User Group. You have logged to your account as the king, the administrator. Here, you have to give the queen the power to execute your business. Within the User Group tab, you edit the privilege of the queen. You select all to grant her all access permission. And you select all to modify all permission. Then you click the save icon at the top right corner. After you have done, you create a user to act as the queen. You go to System, Users, then Users, and then you edit the queen. At the queen username, you can put any name or you leave it as how it is. The user group is queen. At the first name you can put any name or you leave it as how it is. At the last name you can put any name or you leave it as how it is. At the email you can put a real email, any fake email, or you leave it as how it is. The image, you can change it or you leave it as how it is. For the password, you can put any password, but for me personally I would prefer use the same password as the king in order not to have too many passwords to remember. You confirm the password and you make sure that the status is enabled and you save. Finally, what you do now, you log out of the king user group and you now log to the queen user group with the queen username and password. Here, you are now within the queen user group. Here within the warehouse management module you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 options available, as compared to only 5 within the king user group. Here you have AliExpress configuration, warehouse, products, AliExpress sellers, AliExpress orders, assign warehouse products, pricing rule, orders, income, transaction log, and Ugave AliExpress cron log. Here in the pricing rule, you can set the profit margin. Now, as you can see, the setup of AliExpress module is completed. In the next video, I will show you how to configure your PayPal to receive payment from your customers who will purchase on your online shop and how to virtually import AliExpress products to your catalog.